Hi, and welcome back to Type 1 Diabetes Explained. The internet is a wonderful thing. You can connect with your friends and family, find entertaining things to watch, and find useful educational resources, just like these. However, though there are many good things out there for you to find, there are always people looking to make monies in deceptive and illegal ways, and one of these is selling fake diabetes treatments and cures. In this video, we'll discuss some of these fake cures, the dangers of using them, why people fall for them, and how to spot them. So what even are these so-called cures? Well, they often come in the form of special drinks, pills, dietary programs, and even sometimes in-person medical procedures that claim that they can cure or reverse diabetes. There's one thing that is very important to remember when looking at all of the claims that these fake offerings make, and that is that there is not currently any way to cure or reverse type 1 diabetes. As much as patients, doctors, and pharmaceutical companies would love for there to be a new medication that can cure diabetes, it simply doesn't exist, at least for now. So what do these fake medications actually do if you take them? If you're lucky, they don't do anything, but some are far more dangerous than that. First, these fake medications are often sold illegally by people claiming to be doctors on the internet, so there's absolutely no regulation of what's in them. Many of these cures claim that some type of magical, and often all-natural, ingredient cures diabetes, but again, since there's no regulation on the manufacturing and distribution of these substances, they may not actually contain that ingredient, may contain other potentially harmful components, be contaminated, expired, or otherwise dangerous. Without oversight, inspection, and approval by the food and drug agencies, people selling these so-called medicines can put literally anything in them that they want. So, if you decide to use it, you will have no idea about what ingredients, chemicals, or toxins you might be introducing to your body, any of which could be harmful or even fatal. But let's say that the fake medication doesn't have anything dangerous in it. What happens then? Well, nothing. Remember, there is no cure for type 1 diabetes, so a person taking these fake medications is likely not going to see any significant improvement in their blood sugars. One of the main dangers of these fake medications, besides harmful ingredients, is that people will stop their normal diabetes care plan and opt for the new fake medication instead, and some sites have even encouraged patients to throw away their insulin. This often causes patients to experience high and out-of-control blood sugars that can lead to potentially fatal diabetic ketoacidosis. Even if a patient decides to return to their normal treatment plan after trying a fake cure, psychological damage may remain long after blood sugars return to normal. A person may lose trust in treatments and new medical developments after being tricked by a fake one, even if the new ones come from reliable sources. This can also be dangerous if patients refuse to continue their standard diabetes treatment due to this lack of trust. After looking at some of the dangers of using these fake cures, you might be wondering why anybody would want to take such risks. There are several reasons that these dangerous scams continue to survive. First, diabetes can be a difficult condition to manage. It often seems like endless injections, finger sticks, carb counts, and doctor's appointments are needed to keep diabetes under control. And people who have just been diagnosed are often looking for a way out. In fact, one of the stages of grief is bargaining, a stage in which people are willing to do or sacrifice almost anything to try and restore their life to how it was before this significant diagnosis. This is a stage when people are particularly vulnerable to the ploys of fake cures, because taking a single pill or drink is a tempting choice for many when compared to living with diabetes for the rest of your life. But it is important to remember that even though a lot goes into managing diabetes, it does get easier over time, and it becomes second nature for many. The websites selling these fake diabetes cures also have strong salesmanship tactics used to coerce people into buying their products. They manipulate the stress that people feel from diabetes management and diagnosis to promote their drastically simpler alternative, which seems to be the answer for all diabetes-related struggles. They also use the bandwagon effect by saying things such as, join over 20,000 people who are already completely cured and live diabetes-free, to make you feel like you're missing out on an opportunity that has already worked for others, even when those statistics are likely entirely fake. To support their products, these sites often use fake, misquoted, or otherwise misleading scientific claims that prove the benefits of their cure. While it's easy for people to entirely make up evidence, perhaps a more convincing technique is to misinterpret or selectively quote actually reputable studies. For example, a frequently referenced article from 2018 on the benefits of fulvic acid, a compound found in dirt produced as bacteria decompose dead plants, found that it does provide some benefits for conditions such as diabetes. And while fulvic acid vendors like to quote that phrase, they often conveniently exclude the section later in the study stating that toxicity may manifest itself at high intake and poor administration, and that the supporting literature is minimal, among other contradictory statements, meaning that fulvic acid can be toxic if you aren't careful, and that there aren't many scientists who think that it actually has a meaningful benefit for diabetes. And once again, the sale of fulvic acid is unregulated, and other studies have shown that many alternative medications ordered, including fulvic acids, contain toxic heavy metals such as lead, mercury, and arsenic, all of which can be fatal if consumed. Finally, a main reason that people turn to alternative treatments and fake cures is money. Insulin and other diabetes treatment supplies are often prohibitively expensive, especially for those without insurance. Fake cures are often offered at a fraction of the price, making them appealing for those who are struggling financially. And while the ever-increasing diabetes care prices are an issue of their own, taking a risk with a fake cure could end up costing you more in the long run if you get poisoned or experience an adverse reaction and have to go to the hospital. Many other resources exist to help you cut the cost of diabetes management without potentially compromising your safety. So now that we know what they are and why they are dangerous, we'll go over a few tips for spotting these fake diabetes cures to help you avoid them. The first thing that many of these scams have in common is an unconventional means of communication. Legitimate scientific discoveries and medications are often published in medical journals, are seen in mainstream news sources, or are discussed directly with you by your doctor or diabetes care specialist. However, these fake cures use other methods to market their products, such as emails, YouTube videos, and especially comments or posts on social media. These comments are seen everywhere and are often created by bots designed to post the same thing on any video or post that mentions diabetes. Always make sure that you use reliable and trusted sources when researching diabetes treatment. Secondly, these cures often use exaggerated language to emphasize the supposed power of their cures, using words like miracle, 100% cure, all natural, and totally safe. In the United States, the Food and Drug Administration has regulations regarding advertising medicine that requires companies to reveal side effects and avoid using deceptive or misleading language. So, if you see advertisements that violate these rules, it's likely that they are not FDA-regulated medications or are being distributed and advertised illegally. It's also very common to have other people help in the advertising scheme by claiming that they are patients for whom the medication was successful. While this may be convincing, it's very easy to create fake reviews and testimonials, so don't give too much consideration to the fact that a supposed cure may have several people saying that it worked for them, since they may not even be real people. Another tactic used by these fake medications is creating a false sense of urgency by saying how supplies are limited or the cure won't be available for long. This adds additional stress on the person thinking about buying the medicine and makes them more likely to make an impulsive purchase. One final thing to look for is to assess how carefully and well designed the advertisements or websites are. Large pharmaceutical companies who spend millions developing a new drug will want to spend similarly large budgets on graphic design, advertisement, and website design to promote it, providing a sense of professionalism and reliability. If things such as bad grammar, old-looking websites, or outdated information are found in advertisements for this medication, it's a sign that it might not be legitimate. While all of these tools are useful at spotting many fake cures, companies can easily get around them. If you are questioning whether something you saw online is a viable diabetes treatment option, always consult with your doctor or a diabetes care specialist, one unrelated to the company you are considering, to gain their opinion before starting, stopping, or modifying your treatment. Hopefully today's information was useful, and you now know how to spot and avoid fake and dangerous diabetes cures. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a great day.